Today on VOX, we'll have information on Apple and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Jay Standridge will have your sports.
It's Tuesday, April 20th, 2021, and you're watching VOX News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Knox Hampton.
And I'm Ethan Scoggins.
A new transgender bathroom bill passed the Tennessee House 65-24 on Monday. The bill now moves to the Senate for a vote on Wednesday. The bill opens up schools to legal trouble if they do not provide reasonable accommodations to any person unwilling to share multi-person public school bathrooms, locker rooms, or other changing facilities. It would allow public school students to refuse to use these restrooms if the school allowed transgender students in them. The schools would have to provide a single occupancy restroom for ejecting persons.
The Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta says some of its otters tested positive for the coronavirus after they showed some mild respiratory symptoms. The Asian small-clawed otters were tested after they had common COVID-19 symptoms like sneezing, runny noses, mild lethargy, and coughing. The aquarium said in news released Sunday, they are off exhibit and being cared for behind the scenes where they are already improving and are expected to make a full recovery, the release says.
Emergency crews pulled a body from the Cumberland River in Nashville Monday night. The Nashville Fire Department says that the first responders recovered a body of a person reported to be deceased in the river, but did not provide a specific location. Metro Police and the medical examiner have taken over the scene and will conduct any additional investigations, according to the fire department.
Deputies arrested 7 people Monday night at the Knox County Commission meeting that occurred during a Release the Tapes rally calling for the release of body camera video of last week's Austin East Magnet High School shooting. Dozens more gathered Monday at the City County building to stand in solidarity and plead for the county to release the footage, which is being withheld from the public by Knox County District Attorney General's office as the investigation continues. The protests went inside and interrupted the County Commission meeting.
Chattanooga has sworn in a new mayor. Tim Kelly has taken Andy Burke's spot as mayor after he hit his term limit. Kelly was an auto ship dealer, owner, and co-founder of Chattanooga Brewing Company. He says that he's a part of the Chattanooga Party and plans on leading through unification. Here's Ben Dudash with your weather.
It looks like it's going to be pretty rainy for the rest of the few days, and I'll tell you about that and more right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at the weather at glance. Today is going to be mostly sunny skies with a high of 73 and a low of 42. Gusts of wind reaching up to 8 miles per hour, going south-southwest, and the humidity is at 47%. Let's take a look at our 7-day weather forecast. Wednesday, AM clouds, PM sun with a high of 54 and a low of 33. Thursday, once again, mostly sunny skies with a high of 62 and a low of 40. Friday, cloudy skies with a high of 66 and a low of 50. Saturday, rain's rolling in with a high of 67 and a low of 49. Sunday, that rain is going away with mostly sunny skies with a high of 70 and a low of 44. Monday, sunny, clear skies with a high of 76 and a low of 50. Now let's take a look at our local radar. We're all in the clear as of right now, but throughout the week those clouds are going to start rolling in more and more. Now let's take a look at our national radar. We still got some ice and snowstorms near St. Louis and throughout the center area of the United States. There's rain over near the northeast area. And there's also rain down in Florida in the south, but other than that, we're all in the clear. But then that's all for weather. Now I'll send it over to Jay Standard with your sports.
Alrighty, sports fans, I'll have information on the Super League and more after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some NBA scores from last night. The Pistons beat the Cavs 109-105. The Bulls beat the Celtics 102-96. The Warriors beat the 76ers 107-96 with Steph Curry scoring 49 points with 10 three-pointers made. The Spurs beat the Pacers 109-94. The Heat beat the Rockets 113-91. The Wizards beat the Thunder 119-107. Suns beat the Bucks 128-127. And the Jazz beat the Lakers 111-97. Now to MLB scores. The Red Sox beat the White Sox 11-4, continuing their hot streak this year. The Giants beat the Phillies 2-0. The Cardinals beat the Nats 12-5. The Rays beat the Royals 4-1. Rangers beat the Angels 6-4. The Mariners beat the Dodgers 4-3, and the Brewers beat the Padres 3-1. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to run everything they do through their superstar big man, Joel Embiid. The big fella has taken a huge step forward in the 2020-2021 season. He is squarely doing it in the MVP conversations, mainly due to his improvement against double teams. In Monday's loss to Golden State Warriors, Embiid had another big night with 28 points, 13 rebounds, and he had 8 assists. But he did not like the way that he attacked the Dubs. Golden State sent tons of double teams and constant waves of defenders, and he made the right play. but he did not like how they attacked him. Also in news, the integrity of soccer could be in danger, and Florentino Perez trying to save it. Perez has noticed that possibly due to the coronavirus, income and overall interest has been concerning decline. He is behind what is being called the Super League, which is a new league for all major teams. This change is controversial because in the change, many small club teams are getting what it feels like to be left out to dry. The heads gunning for the Super League are hoping that it will reignite both income and interest in the beloved sport. We'll have more news right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. You could save a lot. You could save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool, ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. A Montana backcountry guide has died after he was mauled by a large grizzly bear just outside of Yellowstone National Park, who was probably defending a moose carcass. Officials said Monday Carl Mock, who lived in the Park Gateway community of West Yellowstone, died Saturday, 2 days after he was attacked while fishing in a forested area along the Madison River several miles north of West Yellowstone. Mock, who suffered significant scalp and facial wounds, managed to call 911 after the attack and was found after searchers looked for him for about 50 minutes.
Apple will host its first event of 2021 today. Trending with the name Spring Loaded is likely going to show off new iPads and a product that has been in development for years. The biggest rumor in this event is the possible introduction of AirTag. AirTag is a Bluetooth locator that will help find keys, wallet, and your phone. The event will start at 1 p.m. this afternoon.
An approaching typhoon has left 1 dead and 1 missing. Over 100,000 people living near the Philippines have evacuated, although experts believe the typhoon will not blow onto land. Ariel Rojas of the Government Weather Agency stated, "We're lucky it's not going to make landfall because if it hits land, it's really going to be super devastating."
Walter Fritz Mondale has died at 93 years old. He served as the vice president for President Jimmy Carter. He was reportedly alert during his last days and was able to accept phone calls from friends and supporters. Carter remembers him as a dear friend and describes him as the best vice president in our country's history.
A toddler shot in the head during a road rage incident on Chicago's Lakeshore Drive is breathing on his own and has been moved out of intensive care, a doctor said Monday. Caden Swan, now 22 months old, has made remarkable progress, said Dr. Marcelo Malacuti of Anna Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. He said he is optimistic about Caden's recovery and that he could leave the hospital very soon. This is very good news both for Caden and his family and also for us as we continue to wrestle with persistent incidents of gun violence in our city, Malacuti said.
Big jumps in sales of prescription drugs and medical devices helped Johnson & Johnson boost its first quarter profit nearly 7%, blowing past Wall Street forecasts. The healthcare giant raised its financial forecast for the 2021. The one-week spot in the results J&J reported Tuesday was a small drop in consumer health sales, which saw a surge in 2020's first quarter when nervous consumers stocked up on the over-the-counter medicines as the coronavirus pandemic set in and lockdowns began. Now, Ethan, as my favorite rapper once said, "Soulja Boy, tell him." We're online at YouTube at BCHS VOX News. You can check us out on Facebook and, of course, on VoxNews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in. You just can't get enough of Vox. It's all we have for you today, Bradley Central. And as always,
God bless and go Bears.